In the quaint town of Fall River, Massachusetts, stands the infamous Lizzie Borden House. Known for one of the most brutal and controversial murders in American history, the house has become a site of eerie fascination and paranormal activity. This is the chilling true story of the ghosts of the Lizzie Borden House. On August 4th, 1892, the bodies of Andrew and Abby Borden were discovered in their home, both having been brutally murdered with an axe. Andrew was found on the living room sofa, his face almost unrecognizable from the multiple blows, while Abby was found upstairs, face down in a pool of blood. Lizzie Borden, Andrew's daughter, was the prime suspect in the case. Lizzie's inconsistent statements and strange behavior made her a person of interest. Despite the circumstantial evidence, including her attempt to purchase prussic acid and her presence in the house during the murders, she was acquitted due to the lack of direct evidence. The case remains officially unsolved, leaving many to wonder if Lizzie truly committed the heinous act. After the trial, Lizzie and her sister Emma moved to a new house. But the original Borden house did not remain empty for long. The new occupants began to experience strange occurrences almost immediately. Unexplained noises, footsteps, and whispers were common, and some reported seeing apparitions of a woman in Victorian clothing. The house eventually became a bed and breakfast, attracting visitors interested in its macabre history. Many guests have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread upon entering the house, with some even claiming to have felt a cold hand touch them or heard disembodied voices calling their names. One of the most frequently reported ghostly sightings is that of Abby Borden. Guests and staff have claimed to see her apparition on the second floor, where she met her untimely demise. She's often seen performing household chores, as she did in life, or wandering aimlessly through the rooms. One guest recounted a chilling experience. "I was lying in bed when I saw a figure of a woman standing at the foot of the bed. She was wearing a long dress and had her hair in a bun. She looked at me for a moment before vanishing into thin air. It was Abby Borden. I have no doubt about it." The living room, where Andrew Borden was murdered, is another hotspot for paranormal activity. Visitors have reported seeing a shadowy figure sitting on the sofa where Andrew's body was found. Others have felt an intense coldness in the room, despite the temperature being normal elsewhere in the house. A paranormal investigator shared their encounter. "We set up our equipment in the living room and began asking questions. Suddenly, the temperature dropped significantly, and we saw a misty figure take shape on the sofa. Our EMF detectors went off the charts, and we heard a faint voice saying, 'Help me.' It was one of the most intense experiences I've ever had." Though acquitted of the murders, Lizzie Borden's spirit is said to linger in the house. Guests have reported seeing her apparition in various parts of the house, often accompanied by a feeling of sadness or anger. Some believe that Lizzie's restless spirit is searching for justice, while others think she is reliving the events that led to the murders. One staff member described a chilling encounter. "I was cleaning one of the guest rooms when I felt a sudden chill. I turned around and saw a woman standing in the doorway. She looked just like Lizzie Borden from the photographs. She stared at me for a few seconds before disappearing. I couldn't shake the feeling that she was trying to tell me something." The basement of the Lizzie Borden House is another area with a high level of paranormal activity. Visitors often feel a sense of unease and dread when entering the dark and musty space. Some have reported hearing footsteps behind them, only to find no one there. Others have seen shadowy figures darting through the basement's corners. A guest recounted their experience. "I went down to the basement to take some photos. As I was setting up my camera, I heard footsteps coming down the stairs. I called out, thinking it was one of the other guests, but no one answered. The footsteps continued, and I felt a cold breeze pass by me. It was one of the most terrifying moments of my life." The Lizzie Borden House has been the subject of numerous paranormal investigations over the years. Teams of investigators have captured compelling evidence, including EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, mysterious shadows, and even full-bodied apparitions. The house's rich history and tragic past make it a prime location for exploring the supernatural. One investigator shared their findings. "We spent the night in the house with our equipment set up in various rooms. Throughout the night, we captured several EVPs, including a voice saying, 'I'm innocent,' which we believe could be Lizzie. We also saw shadow figures moving around and experienced significant temperature drops. The evidence we gathered strongly suggests that the spirits of the Borden family are still present." The Lizzie Borden House continues to draw visitors from around the world, all hoping to catch a glimpse of the paranormal. Despite the countless investigations and personal experiences, the mystery of the Borden murders remains unsolved, and the spirits of the house show no signs of leaving. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the chilling stories and eerie atmosphere of the Lizzie Borden House are undeniable. The house's tragic history and the unresolved case of Andrew and Abby Borden's murders have left an indelible mark, ensuring that the spirits of the Borden family will not be forgotten. The ghosts of the Lizzie Borden house continue to fascinate and terrify those who dare to visit. From the apparition of Abby Borden to the shadowy figures in the basement, the house's paranormal activity is as compelling as it is chilling. The enduring allure of the Lizzie Borden house lies in its ability to captivate our imagination and challenge our understanding of the supernatural. For those brave enough to explore its haunted halls, the Lizzie Borden house offers an unforgettable experience that blurs the line between history and the paranormal.